Roy Robertson, and this is Good Business San Diego. This morning, we welcome back Jim Buttrell. He's a former U.S. Marine and the founder of the Jim Buttrell Real Estate Team with eXp Realty. You can reach Jim at 1-833-600-SOLD and at jimhasthebuyers.com. Hey, Jim, welcome back. We were talking just before we started here, and you said this is a great opportunity to buy a home. Why do you say that?
Yeah, actually, the next several weeks are going to be a pretty exceptional opportunity. Now, I know people are going to think I'm crazy, so hold on. I'm not crazy. There's two big reasons that I think that actually there's a great opportunity you got to move on it ASAP. The first one is reduced competition. During the holidays, buyers always go away. They just take time off. Buyers come in the market, buyers go out of the market, and maybe they come back in later on. But sellers don't do that. Once a seller gets a house on the market, they stay on the market. So buyers are going to have an opportunity where there's a lot reduced competition on houses. So that's why I always personally love buying houses in the wintertime, in December. That's a good time. And the second reason is that interest rates dropped last week, a full percent. Now, that's not going to stay. All right, that's just an anomaly. So when you put that reduced competition along with that interest rate reduction, you're going to be in good shape right now.
Yeah, so they say timing is everything, right? So you got a little dip in rates and inventory available and, less competition for these properties. How long is this scenario going to last, though?
Well, for those two combinations, the reduced buyers, reduced competition, and the lower interest rate, I'm going to say not very long. For maybe 6-8 weeks on the outside, that's about it.
Okay, so rates right now are kind of in the 6-ish range, right? And a lot of people still going to feel as though, ooh, 6s could have been 3s or 4s a year ago or less. This is still a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow, right?
Yeah, and I recognize that people are upset that they don't have an interest rate at 2% or 3%. Last spring, I had buyers that were upset about getting interest rates starting with a 4, but look at them today. They're geniuses.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, unfortunately, those days are not coming back. That 2%, 3% interest rate, even 4%, they're not coming back. We're much more likely to see a 10% interest rate than we are a 4% interest rate. So that's why I'm saying going right now is just so important. You got to seize the opportunity. But going back to that tough pill, there's actually things you can do to make things a lot easier. Almost all of my buyers right now are using these buy down programs. So it's a 2-1 buy down or a 3-2-1 buy down. And since the sellers are basically weak right now, not a lot of buyers, so they're in a position of weakness, they're paying for it. So the 3-2-1 buy down, that means your interest rate's reduced by 3% the first year, it's reduced by 2% the second year, and it's reduced by 1% the third year. So honestly, my buyers are buying houses and they're getting interest rates that are starting with a 3, and that's fantastic. If interest rates come down later on, then refi. If interest rates go to 10, well, then you're the genius who got an interest rate that starts with a 6. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, right. And it's a strategy that could save you hundreds of dollars every single month in this scenario, right? So smart strategy for some. So we got less than a minute here. Any closing thoughts for us?
Yeah, for the last several years, buyers have been wanting several things. They have been wanting to not compete against 50 other buyers. They have been wanting some negotiation power. They have been wanting to choose a house that they actually like, and they want to, not have to pay $100,000 or $200,000 over asking price. You have all of those right now. For the next, couple weeks, you have all of them and a reduced interest rate because rates went down. So this is, like I'm saying, next 4-6 weeks is critical. So jump on a house as quick as possible.
Opportunity knocks, so jump on it and jump on the phone and call Jim Buttrell. He'll give you some guidance, have a personal consultation with him. It costs you nothing. Jim's phone number is 1-833-600-SOLD. That's 1-833-600-SOLD. Or you can find Jim online at jimhasthebuyers.com.